Hi everyone, today's weather forecast was to be dry. Now I see no evidence of that at the moment because it's absolutely chucking it down outside. And that kind of scuppers the plans I had for this morning. I was going to go for breakfast, now that's still going to go ahead. I was then going to go for a walk, have a look around the river, and then I was going to use a unique form of transportation to get to Leeds railway station. If the weather continues like this, there's no chance of that happening. Hopefully things will improve in the next hour or two, but in the meantime, let's get some breakfast.
Floor 7. Doors opening. Please mind the door.
There's only so long you can stretch a buffet breakfast out for. The weather now has changed from heavy rain to a little bit showery, so I think we might go out for a wander and then hopefully I can get to the station showing you this unique form of transport. The rain has stopped and so have my powers of navigation. I'm in an industrial estate somewhere. I know roughly where I am. And if everything goes according to plan, I should end up by the River Aire in around about 10 minutes. If not, this could be a very long video. That way, I think. See? I knew exactly where we were. Sort of. The plan of action was to catch that little yellow boat there to the station. It's a water taxi and it operates from 10 AM on a Sunday. Now I went past here an hour and a half ago and it hasn't moved, so I do hope it's operating. Apart from Venice, I can't think of any other city in the world that has a water taxi to the main railway station. Anyway, I'm going to check around to see what's going on with this ferry and I'll let you know. Okay, all is clear, sort of. There are two taxis. Taxi number 1 has been cancelled due to maintenance issues, and taxi number 2 apparently is out of hours, which doesn't make sense to me because it's supposed to start from 10 AM. Anyway, I think it's because the River Aire is partly flooded. We had some pretty heavy rain overnight, and I reckon for a little yellow taxi to be bobbing up and down on this river could be a little dangerous. So that's why they've tied it up securely on the bank. Right, plan B. Walk to the station, but instead of walking through the boring part of town, I'm going to walk along the river. Come along with me. I really like what Leeds has done to its riverfront. All the old factories, or most of them, have been demolished. New apartments have been built, but look at them, they're sympathetic to their origins. They've used brick instead of concrete and glass, and it actually looks very nice around here. And they probably cost a fortune as well. British Airways. Many years ago I worked for Air New Zealand in Sydney, and I noticed that aircraft would cross the Tasman Sea quite a few times. Typical day's work would be Auckland to Sydney, then Sydney maybe to Christchurch, Christchurch to Melbourne, Melbourne to Wellington, Wellington maybe to Brisbane. I said to a senior manager once, "You really hammer these planes, don't you?" And he says, "If they're not in the air, they're not earning money." And I thought that makes sense. Same applies to little yellow taxis between Leeds railway station and Leeds dock. But you'll see that the water is actually quite fast here. In fact, the taxi isn't even here now, they've taken it away. I can see why there's no service today.
Via Manchester Victoria, calling at Huddersfield, Manchester Victoria, Newton Willows and Liverpool Lime Street.
I've got an advanced single ticket to Glasgow, using the northern service to Preston, then the Avanti service on to Glasgow. Now I went to the very nice lady at the ticket desk to see if I could possibly change to an earlier train between Leeds and Preston. You're not allowed to, but she said under the circumstances, just smile to the ticket inspector and you might get away with it. Because I'd rather spend an hour at Preston than just under 10 minutes. So wish me luck. In the meantime, let's have a look around Leeds station. Well, here we are in Preston. I've never been here before, although I have passed through it on the train between Glasgow and Euston. I'd rather spend an hour here than risk just a 10-minute connection. The train I was on arrived right on time, even though at one point I think it was running late. Sorry about this morning's little yellow taxi boat thing. That was going to be one of the highlights of the video, but that fell through just because of the height of the River Aire through Leeds. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it anyway. I do appreciate your support. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so, and I'll see you next time.